Last week, we had to make the rather choppy sail to Martinique because our Starlink blew up. What we failed to mention was after finally anchoring that evening, Tony dove on the anchor to find, well, a rather mysterious conundrum had formed. Yep, that's our anchor and chain underneath a couple of large rocks.
I actually dove down on it a few times because I couldn't for the life of me see how the chain and anchor got to where it was. I looked under, over and around the rocks, nothing. So we decided to take a look at it the following morning after we checked in. But the following morning came and the boat started to drag.
Alright, I'm on the helm. So we're getting ready to go in the water. Tony was just having another look at the state of the anchor. And then the wind picked up and it started dragging. So the anchor's either free or somehow we're taking a lot of rock with us, or the anchor's come off. I don't know what could have happened because we don't know how we got in that state anyway. But Tony's, I'm guessing, going to try and wake up with the windlass. Ooh. The anchor alarm didn't go off though. Luckily Tony was up on deck. The anchor's on, it's up. Oh, amazing. Whew, I was busy folding my sourdough. So I've got slightly floury hands. Sticky with the dough. Yeah, and Tony just yelled, "We're dragging! We're dragging!" Yeah, I'm just really, really glad that we've still got an anchor on the end of our chain right now. Well, that was exciting.
Yeah, well, I don't know why that anchor alarm didn't go off.
Yeah, the anchor alarm didn't go off at all, which is really concerning. It goes off when it doesn't need to. How much scope or play was it given? It's not gone off at all, has it? It's not very reassuring. We're always so careful to set anchor alarms, always. We're amazed actually that people that don't, no judgment, if that's you. But for us it's just such a sense of security. Until today. You're going to take it floating? Good.
We went to reset the anchor, but it dragged. We went to reset the anchor again, but it dragged. This time, taking a few friendly rocks along with it. We reset the anchor again, and it dragged. I think you get the idea. The anchor's now set after what was a bit of a palaver. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a palaver, but gladly it freed itself. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. It just freed itself and we started dragging. And then it took us a good few attempts to reset the anchor because this anchorage has got quite a lot of rocks in. So we kept dragging back onto the rocks and that fouled the anchor. So we picked up the anchor a couple of times and it finally set after dragging back a little bit. But yeah, I think we need a new anchor. I think it's time because I was just seeing the anchor just drag back and not actually biting into the sand. It just dragged back and was laying there getting dragged. So yeah, in reality we do need a new anchor that we can trust while being unsure. We can
Relax a bit.
Yeah, we can relax and trust that the anchor's going to do what it's going to do. So off we went to check in, finally, but we didn't get very far because I dropped the keys overboard and I couldn't find them on the seabed. This time I needed a hero to come along.
Yes, we found them. It took a while though, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
I had a technique though. It was just cling on to the back of the boat. Just keep looking down wherever it swings around that area, and eventually it swung back, so it wasn't a completely other part, which was really rocky and like bomby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought if it's fallen in between there, we'll never find it.
go and check in.
Let's go check in.
The door's shut.
With the boat no longer trying to drag out to sea, and the keys safely back in Tony's pockets, the check-in was the easiest part of everything so far. There was, however, one big loss of the day.
This is really sad. This is my sourdough from the disaster that was today.
It's like a discus, like in the Olympics.
It's so flat.
Oh man, it's like toast. It's not dreadful. It's got little sourdoughy holes. It's edible, right? Quite crunchy.
Today I'm going to take out the cable for the Starlink satellite, which runs through the boat. I think it took a while to get put in, and it's going to take a while to get out because there's a lot of stuff in the lazarette which I need to get past. Starlink satellite, and the cable runs through the boat, which ends up here. Fun. I've zip tied it everywhere. It's going to take a while.
Today, we've got a hire car. We're picking up our new Starlink and going for an explore on Martinique Island, if Tony can cut through our dinghy lock because it has sealed itself. It's not the first time we've had to do this, unfortunately. Yeah, it's the second of our locks that's sealed. We bought a new one, different sort. We've only had it like a month or two. Well done. Another one down. Another one bites the dust. We have a car!
We have a car.
For 3 days. 3 days?
Yeah, for the weekend. So the Starlink has apparently been delivered to the marina. So we've come here to replace it.
We've got to drop the old one off and pick up the new one.
Yes. Yeah. And then today we're going to go to Botanical Gardens.
Jardin something, yeah. Botanical Gardens, which we've been told have got lots of hummingbirds. So I really want some nice hummingbird shots.
And
we see loads?
Yeah. That is about an hour away, so yeah. Farewell, old Starlink.
Served us well until you've exploded.
Yes.
Now we need to swap everything, take everything new, put it in there, take everything old, put it in the new box and return it. So what's your current problem, Tony? If it's not obvious for everyone.
No, but on the router, on the app, once you plug it in, you can put it in stowage mode, which puts this
Flat.
stand
Like
down.
this. Oh, flatter.
But that means connecting it into the router, which I don't really want to do because it's new.
And this one might be damaged and it might damage our new
Might be
router.
damaged, but yeah.
Inconveniently erect. We got there in the end.
After sending off the Starlink, we then got distracted by a nearby Decathlon store and ran out of time for the tropical gardens. But the next day, we jumped into the car and went straight there.
We have arrived at Jardin de Balata. It's raining. It was high up in the mountains, which we didn't really realise, and we didn't pack any coats. Never mind, it looks like it would be really pretty, but I have put on a poncho, about to put on a poncho which we've just bought, which is a crime against my personal styling, but never mind, so that I can hide the camera underneath and keep it dry and whip it out. Lord knows what I'm going to look like if I can even open this thing. Yeah, hopefully it'll be really pretty. See some of those beautiful hummingbirds. It's quite good quality actually, it's not like the really, looking like a plastic bag like they have in the UK. These have better ponchos. I feel like a turtle. Hang on, I got this. Fashion rating out of 10, Tony?
10.
Knew it. Right, I'm gonna snuggle the camera underneath. Let's go. So often when people think of the Caribbean, it's the golden sands and turquoise seas that come to mind, which is totally reasonable. But the tropical green forests inland with bright flowers and an incredible array of wildlife is absolutely worth adventuring into. The wild beauty is spectacular, even for us salty ocean lovers. How do you feel getting close and intimate with these trees on a bridge, knowing there's rather large tarantulas around?
Well, hopefully they're not jumping tarantulas.
Will you rescue me if I need rescuing? Will you just take a photo and laugh?
Yeah, I was going to say I was going to get the video off you, well, the camera off you first. Take a video.
Good to know where I stand.
Yep. What do we say about the content?
Thankfully, there were no jumping tarantulas. There was just the friendly geckos and the leafy canopy. Given that we were up a mountain, and up the trees up the mountain, this was probably the highest from sea level that we'd been in a while. Maybe it'll jump on my hat. Look at it.
And upon the return of the rain, it was time for us to return back to the boat. Back on the boat with Starlink. Router's here. I've put the power cable in and tested Starlink. The router turns on and seems to work, so I'm going to start running the cable, or I say running the cable, I'm just going to put the Starlink back up where it was, up on that bar. It shouldn't take long, and then yeah, I'll run the cable back down here, put the router in, turn it on. Bob's your uncle. Hopefully that'll be it. And then yeah, sometime during the week I'll route the cable in, and that will take a couple of hours, so I'm not going to do it tonight. I did think about doing it tonight, but it's 6 o'clock, so yeah.
Well cut aboves, the old Starlink might have gone out with a bang, quite literally. But here we are, all set up again and back online. Sure, it's a bit of a luxury to have internet on board, but when we think about what it gives us, being able to stay connected with loved ones, dive into new projects, chase wild dreams, and yes, share it all with you on YouTube with a simple click, it's worth every bit of hassle. Here's to the unexpected twists that make the journey a little more fun and the stories a little richer. Until next time. Next week we have a cold waterfall experience, followed by a magical anchorage visitor.
I guess on with some boat jobs.
And I am falsely accused. I did not.
Did she? We'll find out on the next one.